All right, everyone. We are live. Welcome, welcome. What day is it today? Today is Wednesday. Welcome back to the Unconventional Mindset. My name is Odum, and today we're going to work really, really hard to try to put Pixel Pieces live. And maybe I'll just back up a little bit here and just give a little bit of context to what I mean by this. So I've just been thinking quite a bit about, well, if you've been seeing any of these streams, you know that I've been wanting to build up a whole bunch of new different components, been designing them in Figma, and then I want to develop them in Webflow, and then I want to kind of launch Pixel Pieces, like relaunch them and have an actual kind of, not a crazy event, but to actually start promoting it, trying to get people to pay for it and purchase it, all that kind of stuff. But I've been thinking lately, well, just today and yesterday, that I think what I want to do is just update the website with the new components that I've built already with this, which is the navigation stuff, and just push that live and then have everything live and then just update the website as I develop new components instead of trying to just do everything at once. The reason why I'm thinking of having that little bit of a mindset shift, or just a shift in terms of how I want this thing to go, is that I worry that I'm going to always want to do more and more and kind of push back in terms of when I'm actually going to start telling people about the website and trying to get people to use it and try to get that feedback. So I don't want to do that anymore. I just want to get things out there and get things going, because I need to try to see if I can get traction, right? And try to get people actually using it and not worry so much about making everything as perfect as I possibly can be. Or not to say that I'm not going to try to make every component that I make perfect, which of course is a thing, but it's that the site itself is never going to be perfect in terms of what I see in my mind of having like the perfect, Webflow component library. So yeah, so I think that's where we're going to go today. So we're going to kind of jump right in. And there's a few things that we need to get done. Is number one, we need to take pictures of all the new components. And we also need to, and I've just been working on renaming all the classes because there's a little bit of issues with all the class names and making sure that everything kind of matches what the actual number of the component is. So we're going to do that. And then hopefully we'll just go in there and just turn everything live, at least in terms of the payment system, so that if people want to sign up for Pixel Pieces, then they're going to have to pay. So we'll just kind of just make it live. So hopefully we can get that done today. Well, for sure, I'll definitely get it done at some point today. But hopefully we can do it all within the live stream here. But so we'll see where that goes. And one of the things that maybe I'll just talk a little bit about what happened yesterday, because I did have a client call yesterday. And this kind of spurred my thinking about, just getting this thing launched, getting this thing out the door. So I had a client call yesterday, and my initial thought process for what they were looking for was just to be, they just wanted like a website. They're just doing whatever work. And they just kind of want a website or maybe two websites to just almost be like a brochure kind of site, just something very, very simple. So as soon as I met with a client, I was talking to them, I was like, okay, this is going to be way more than just like a simple static website. And in the back of my mind, before going to the call, I was just thinking, okay, maybe two websites. So maybe it'll be $10,000-15,000 is kind of where the number is going to be at. And that'll be that. But then I was talking to this client and just asking questions and figuring out what's going to happen. And then I'm just trying to think, okay, well, what's the price going to be for this? Because I'm still not sure exactly what the end product is going to be, because there still has to be a lot of customer discovery and kind of really figuring out what it is that they want. But what I did is I just threw out my best estimate as to how much it's going to be. And I kind of overshot in terms of like my usual pricing. And I said, well, a project like this, I can see it's probably going to cost between $60,000 and $30,000. So I went with those numbers and almost kind of expecting that you'd probably just say no. But it ended up being that they're on board. They're like, yeah, we have this budget for this and that or what have you, so we can make that work. All depends on kind of how the project's going to shape up. So that was pretty good. So I was pretty happy about that. And nothing's set in stone yet. They still have to create a proposal, and they still have to get it approved or what have you. And because of the client and what it is, I don't know if they're going to have to do multiple quotes or whatever. So there might be some issues there. So we'll see. So yeah, thank you. Yeah, we'll see kind of how things go and how things shake up here the next couple weeks. Because I got to put together a proposal and see exactly what it is that I can do for them and make sure that I can do the right job for what it is that they want. But the thing about that is that if I'm going to do this work with this client, and I have my clients already that I do work for, and there's also a new client that I just took on a couple of days ago. So basically I'm going to be really busy, and I'm thinking that I'm not going to be able to put as much time, like almost my full-time like hours or whatever in a day, to really build all the components that I want to build before I launch, which is kind of spurring me to be like, okay, you know what? Let's just get pixel pieces out the door, make sure that every component that I currently have is top notch. And then if it happens to be that I can only do 1 or 2 or 3 new components a week or whatever, then I could just publish that. And then every week, at least there's some fresh stuff that's coming on board. And then I could really start to do all the things that I've been learning about in my my coaching thing in this accelerator group, is really trying to understand the customers, get the feedback, talk to the customers, and get help from them in order to steer the direction of pixel pieces, right? And the things that that'll make the most sense in terms of what to build, right? So anyways, so it's pretty interesting. Some really good stuff going on, I guess, in terms of keeping myself busy. But it just means that I really kind of want to get this thing out the door. So all that being said, let's just get to it here. And let me see where I left off here today. So, right. So, blah, 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 blah. What can I showcase? So basically, what can I say? We have, so the navigation. So I kind of stopped with 8 custom navigations, and then we have 2 basic navigations and 1 just minimal. The custom ones are the ones that are not using the native Webflow navigation element, or whatever it's called. I don't know is it called an element? Yeah, I think it's called an element here. So, so I really wanted to have better names, but for now I'm just going to go through 1 through 8. Like, I really don't like that, but it seems like it's kind of the easiest way to go. So I'm just making sure all the class names and everything are correct. So that way, it all just kind of makes sense. Here in Mexico, we have a saying, primero lo que deja, después lo que. It means that you should first focus on what feeds you and then on the future. Yeah. I mean, that's like words of wisdom right there. Because I mean, at the end of the day, or at the start of the day, I don't know. I'm responsible for making sure that my wife, my kids, and myself can all eat. So absolutely got to put food on the table. And I'm actually going to talk about this probably next week, because for the actual site here, let's go for this site. I haven't done anything to this in a while, and this is pretty stale actually. So we're going to change the focus of what audience we're going to try to target with Pixel. And again, with the call that I had yesterday, and knowing the budgets of these types of clients that are in the academic space, and of course for me coming from the academic space, I think I'm going to be tailoring the services that Pixels offers to these types of clients. So that way, I can go out there and try to get these clients where the budgets are going to be, starting at 25 to 50K. And that's going to really help I think, propel this company forward. So really looking forward to that. So, but again, also going to see what's going to happen with Pixel Pieces as well too. Because at the end of the day, this is what I really want to take off is to building products. So, but anyways, and there definitely might be some stuff. This is totally an aside here. But this company here that I have, DataShift, there might be some stuff here that we can end up doing with this in order to consolidate data for specific research groups. So we're going to see. It's going to be an interesting few months. We're going to see what's going to end up happening. Okay. So, right, renaming all of these. So I think now I've custom one hamburger. So this changed names. I think this should just be hamburger, to be honest. 1 on this page, 6 on other pages. Okay. So we're going to use the FinSuite tool here to help us rename our classes. So we have nav custom 7 needs to change to nav custom 8. And we'll do that, and then we'll save changes. We're effing ready. Okay. I don't know why if the plugin or whatever does this, but whenever you rename the folder, it renames everything except for the base level. So I always have to go in and just rename that manually, which is interesting. Would like to ask you a professional question. Why did you decide to use a corporate name for the agency and not your personal name as a designer developer? What was the reason? I'm not going to say one of the biggest reasons, but definitely in terms of pronouncing my name and people being able to, pronounce it and to say it to other people or whatever. That was a big thing because I wanted a name where someone could just say it, right? Like Pixel or Pixel Media. So that's why I chose to not do my name. Because they'll hear Odoo and be like, what the hell are you talking about? What does that mean? Right? So so Pixel Media, it just seems like it's a little bit more, I don't know, maybe more professional, I guess you can say. I think I think there's nothing wrong with people taking like your name as well too. But I think if you have like a really good name, that could be like, whatever, like media group or blah, blah agency, I think it could work. But I think for me, I just wanted something that, I don't know, just fit. I just didn't want my name, I guess. Yeah. And I've been always thinking about having a really, really good name and having a really good domain associated with that name as well. And I did test the name Pixel. Actually, I was going with either Pixel or Creative Lion. And the reason why I like the name Creative Lion is because my name actually means lion. So that's why I was kind of debating between the two. But I ended up going with Pixel anyways because it was short, punchy, and kind of to the point in terms of like pushing pixels and doing stuff with pixels. So I thought that was a little bit clever. And then with the 2 eyes, I don't know. Kevin, how's it going? Welcome. Happy Tuesday. No, happy Wednesday. I just said it was Wednesday. Man, oh man. Richard, welcome. Such a common name, which is A, boring, and B, never going to get the URL. So I had to create a brand name. That's the other thing too. I actually have my name as a URL, except it's not the .com, it's the .ca, which is kind of cool. I like it. And then I actually even have it for like my YouTube handle. So I will say that's the good thing about having a unique name because, you can, I don't know, it's more open. But it's like I would love to buy this domain, but I probably need so much money because these guys, it's like an email service or whatever, because this is .com. But I have .ca. Actually, I don't even have anything on here. But I actually use this for my email, and it's just iam@odum.ca for like my personal email. So it's really nice. But yeah, it's a Nigerian name. So my father was born in Nigeria. And then he came to Canada, met my mother, and here I am. I'll spare you the details. Read between the lines. All right. Okay. So navigation custom 7, right? So there's still going to be some things in these menus that I don't think they're going to be 100% fixed up by the time we push this live. Like Rolando, just what you were saying too about the drop down menus. Maybe I can push them down a little bit now. Maybe we can't do that. Oh shit, that's what happened here. I need to change that. Okay. Oh, changed it for everything. Okay. Do another one here. Oh, messing around with class names is such a pain in the butt. I should have paid more attention to this as I was building. Nav custom 3, right? So let's rename that. And you're going to 7. And then save those changes. Could probably do more than one at a time in terms of changing the names, but I don't want to push my luck here. I don't want to go through this and realize everything's broken. So we have now custom 1. We're just going to rename this one here. I'm going to rename this nav custom, just nav custom dropdown, because it's the same on all of them, on all pages. And then we're also going to rename this hamburger nav custom hamburger. Okay. Okay, that's 7. Nav custom 6. Okay, good. This one has the actual right name. Ooh, I forgot to look at the code here. I got to make sure the code is correct. Right, because that won't work. 7. Nope. 7 and 7. Man. I wonder what it's going to take to get like my first actual sale. That's going to be awesome. It's going to be like the best feeling ever. Especially if you kind of work for something for so long. I feel like making one sale for this is going to feel much better than like landing, if I land this, $50,000 project or whatever. Just because I've landed projects before, and that's fine. People see a service that I can offer, and they pay me for that service. That's great. But to like actually create something, like this has been so long. Like it's been months building this thing, and then to put it out there, and someone's like, "Yeah, I'll pay $250 for it," and then I just get it, and I like don't have to do anything. Like, I mean, obviously I've done the stuff to get to the point, but it's just like I'm just super pumped. But then I gotta tone my expectations down, thinking that I released this thing not like everyone's going to know about it and it's going to flock to it. So anyways, but I can't wait. It's exciting. So we'll have to really up our marketing game as well too. Whoop, not here. To make sure people do know about it. Nav custom X. Okay, yes, I updated this one. And I'll move this to 5. There is a 5 already. Shoot. Okay, so we have to change that. So where is nav custom 5? That's this one. And this needs to be 4. And there already is a 4 as well, too. And this is a 4. This needs to be 3. Do we have a nav custom 3? Do we have a nav custom 3? Nav custom. We don't. Okay, perfect. So let's go to 4. Oh, no. It's actually this one. And this needs to change to nav custom 3. All right. Almost done this annoying stuff. Shoot, what was this? Oh, it's 4. Folders. Nav custom 4. Rename that to 3. Okay, that's renamed. Let's go in here. Let's save that. Okay. So now, okay, we have 4 is open. So let's go. I think this is in here. Change this one to 4. Yep. Chat disconnected. Please wait while we try. Oh, there it goes. Successfully connected. Oh, interesting. Haven't seen that before. Okay. Folders. Nav custom 5 is going to become 4. Save changes. And rename this up here. And this is 4, 4, 4. Okay, and X needs to be become 5, right? Yep. And I think then that will be it. Are any of you guys using Mac? I mean, Kevin, you probably use Mac because you're an Apple guy. Because I had somebody was working within Pixel, and they were on Mac OS, but they were using Safari, and the copy and paste wasn't working in the Safari browser. And but it works in Chrome, which is interesting. So, and I don't know if that's a Safari thing or if it's a Mac OS security issue, because I know that I think other tools like this are supported by Safari. So, or maybe not Safari. So Kevin, sorry, my chat here thing just stopped. Let me see if I can start it up again. Yeah, Safari hates Webflow. So is it? So it's not officially like supported by Webflow then, which would make a lot of sense because basically what was happening is when you hit the copy button, whatever, there's just some JavaScript listener that takes that information and puts it into the clipboard. But whatever was going on in Safari is not, it wasn't allowing that information to go on the clipboard. And for some things, it wasn't even allowing text that was highlighted within pixel pieces when the user was logged in. That couldn't even get onto the clipboard either. So it was really annoying. So the feature is depreciated or deprecated. So it won't work in Safari. So the feature. So Sam, what feature are you talking about? Just the feature of is it just like a JavaScript thing, like that feature to be able to get access to the clipboard? And the supported alternative doesn't copy JSON well in a way that would work with Webflow. Yeah, it's interesting. So yeah, so I just, it was a note too that I was telling him was just like, I don't see how I'm going to be able to support Safari at this point in time on Mac. I mean, my solution is just don't use Mac. But yeah, so that's interesting. I've never used Safari to build, but there are some known issues that a lot of people need to use custom code to resolve. Silly things like radius and overflow hidden. Yeah, it's interesting. It's very interesting. Yeah, it's probably going to be beneficial for me at some point in time to get an actual Mac so I can make sure that I test things on there just to see how things work. Yeah, because it's important. I want to make sure things look as good as possible on all platforms and all computers. But yeah, in terms of supporting Mac, I don't think that's going to be possible. Or Safari, I should say, on Mac, at least right now. Do you guys know, does like Reloom library and all those other like Flowbase and there's got to be a few other ones. Do those ones work in Safari? Like Kevin, I'd love to know if you've given that a try and if you have any issues with their cut and paste stuff. Yeah, I've not used Pixel in Safari because, like you use Brave. Yeah, right on. But it behaved strangely that I'm using it in Safari. Yeah. They don't support Safari, only Chrome and Firefox. Yep, that makes sense. So if it's good enough for them, it's good enough for me. Yeah. Okay. Navigation custom 6. What did I think I got this one. Whoop. I think I updated this. Yeah, that code looks good. Firefox is a good browser. I used to use that quite a bit. I got no issues with Firefox. I've only been using Vivaldi browser for the past few years, moving now to Arc as much as possible. So I'm not, I think I've heard of Arc. And I think that's the one that it's like it's Mac only, right? Yeah, and I've seen this. I've seen this before. And this one is Mac only, eh? Because I think I got on the wait list and they're like, hey, here you can have a spot. But it was like Mac only. Oh, now they got a Windows wait list. They now support Windows. Let's see if I could put this in. Arc for Windows is coming soon. Thanks for joining the waitlist. All right, well, I don't mind trying new browsers. Although, if it doesn't have built-in um, ad blockers or whatever, then like that's right there. It's a no go for me because I can't watch YouTube without ad blockers. There's just so many ads. It's just I can't stand it. I could download Safari for Windows. Yes, I could. But I hate Safari. I'm just not a fan of Safari. But I think it's still not the same though as using like Safari for Mac, because Windows users, like, I don't know who has a window and deliberately like has a Windows PC or whatever and deliberately goes and installs Safari and uses that as their browser of choice. That's kind of that's weird. It's like buying a Mac and then just wiping it and putting Windows on it, just because you just love the hardware for whatever reason. But I think, yeah, when I used to do some work, back in one of the first jobs that I had, I was like a JavaScript programmer, and just had to test. We had to do lots of testing. Yeah, I just had all these different browsers to just check to make sure everything was good. And this was back in the day when I think it was just when Internet Explorer 6 was coming out. And that was a big thing because it was finally Internet Explorer is kind of working okay. Because for the longest time, it was like the worst browser ever to deal with. And you had to have all these conditional things in your style sheets. If it's Internet Explorer this version, you use this. If it's that version, use that. Oh, it's just such a pain. It's like growing up in the days of the early web. It's interesting. Quite interesting. Anyways, okay. So, I wanted to look at it. Yeah, what is this Vivaldi browser? Vivaldi browser. Ooh, looks kind of cool. Is this open source? Is it based on Chromium? Yeah, no, I know that's what you meant. Yeah, I was just taking a time to just to knock Safari. Any chance I get to make fun of Safari, I'll take it. But yeah, definitely for testing, 100%. Truly epic tab management. Oh my goodness. Real privacy at the core. Block ads and pop-ups. So it's got that which is good. Oh, it said so. It must be based on Chromium. It's got to be if it's got the if you can access the Chrome store. Yeah, interesting. I don't know. Just reading this, I don't know if this would be enough for me to switch from Brave. It seems very similar. Anyways, interesting. It's good to see that there's more competition. You hate JavaScript. Yep. I hated it too. But I say I don't hate it now, but I know I'm not good at it. I wish I was better at it because you could do some really cool stuff with it. I think the guy who wrote JavaScript, didn't he write it in like 8 months or something ridiculous like that? I don't know. Okay, so I think we have all of our stuff. Is everything still working? I haven't even tested things, but they seem like I don't see why they'd be broken. But okay, so we have all of these. That's good to go. And I did. We have to go here. I did update the database. So we have. Let's sort by name here. So we have our new navigation pages, which are good. Yeah. And what else do we need to do? We need images. So we'll have to take screenshots. We also need to have good descriptions as well. Like this just says navigation for description. So we'll throw that in. Oh, and we need the code, obviously. Yeah, we definitely need the code. So we'll grab that. Yeah, okay. So what should we start with now? I don't think we need this cut and paste anymore. So let's just close that. Let's close this too. Keep things clean a little bit. What time is it? 3:53? Okay, we got time. Let's see if we can, well, can we do this in an hour? I don't know. I might need an hour and a half. Okay. Screenshots. Yeah, let's work screenshots. How do we want to do this? Let's start with, I think we need to get screenshots of everything because they've all changed. So I think what I want to do, because I know this is going to cut off the drop down. Actually, let me just play this for a second. Let's go this one here. Yeah, I want to make sure that this all comes through. So I think what we can do just for fun for now, actually it's not really for fun, but let's go to this page here. Let's go section header. I'm just going to hide this for now while we just look at all of so while we get images for all of these. Okay. So let's play this and I'm trying to think about what's our image size. Let's go into Photoshop. So I know we talked about the proper images and all that kind of stuff yesterday, but what I'm going to do for now is I'm just going to maintain the same consistency of all the images that I've done in the past, and then we'll work on getting, just doing it better for, in the future. And figure out the exact sizes and dimensions and all that kind of stuff, because we're not going to update all the images today, so I don't want half of them to be JPEGs, other ones PNGs, and they might look different or whatever. So at least we'll have them consistent for right now until we go ahead and we'll swap out all of them, in the future. So that's what we'll do. And okay. And I guess what we can do is we can just, actually I want to show it with the drop down open. Yeah, this one, hang on a second. See this one. Oh, actually, I want to see this open to see if we can push it down. So this here, we should be able to go here as it's open. Position, this position is absolute. I think if we just give it a margin, that should be good. How much of a margin? Maybe about 1.5. So I'm going to take that. I'm actually going to close it and then just put it here. Actually, I'd like it. Oh, it's absolutely positioned relative to the background. That's not going to work. It needs to be absolutely positioned relative to the nav bar. So that is relative. Or is it? There we go. Now it's relative to the container. Okay, that would, I think it's working okay because it's on, like there's nothing above here, but I think it would have been positioned incorrectly depending on what's over top of the header, if there's anything over top of it. Okay, so, right. Oh, and I still need to put in 1.5. Okay, let's have a look. What? Why? Oh, why is that not work? Let's show this. Well, that's weird. Oh, it's probably because I changed what it was relative to. So, why is that not moving anything at all? Because if I do this, that one's okay. I don't want to put a margin on it. Where did that come from? Relative to the navbar container. Navbar container doesn't have a height. Because if this is 0, that should go right at the top. It's not quite at the top. I thought it would have been at the top there. Interesting. If I give this a margin though. We'll keep it there for now, and then I'm gonna keep an eye out, or just think about if there's any other way that we can do that a little bit better. Okay, let's put these down to, let's say, I don't know, 1100 pixels. Can we just type this in? Okay, and if we take a screenshot of this, and we paste it on here. All right, it gets really, really big. The question I have with these images is, should they all be lined up the same at the top of the actual, of the thumbnail? And what I mean by that is, let's just go here. So if we look at our navigation components, yeah, I'm kind of all over the place in terms of the height. Does it make sense? Like I have this one here kind of centered, but does it make sense to move this up to the top? So that way, I can't even zoom in really. So that way everything's looking like it's, at the top of a page. Or do I just center things nicely? I feel like if they were all aligned at the top, that would kind of look nice. So maybe let's let's go with that. So it'd have to be something like this. All right, let's just export this first one just to see, make sure everything looks good. Export. And we're just gonna put it on the desktop, but we're gonna create a folder, components. And this one is basic nav 1. Okay, oops, I need that. I need this. Let's go here and components, navigation basic 1. I'm going to replace this with desktop components basic nav 1. And let's have a look. And if we go to components, oh, these ones are all, oh, hang on. Let's see if we can go to a better page. Let's go, is it components, templates? No, it's categories, categories. Oh, component categories. And let's go to navigation. All right, here it is right here. Now it's looking, can you guys see that? Yeah, it's a little bit small, but it's looking a little bit scrunched because of this border radius of all these images. What's the size of the border radius? Oh, it's 1 rem. If we made this a little bit smaller. Let's undo that. I think well, that's not bad. In your opinion, no, leave them as they are. It gives them a handmade feeling. So is that in the question I was asking about like where to position the navigation elements on the thumbnail image? And if that's the case, so what you're saying is the fact that they're kind of a little bit different or offset or what have you gives it a little bit more of a handmade feeling as opposed to, I don't know, just something that's a little bit more generic, I guess. That's interesting. I could definitely see that. So let's keep all these here. All right. So let's pump out a bunch of these here. Or all of them that we need. So navigation 2. All right. And then Control Shift or Control Windows key S. Let's get our, oh, we can even do that. Oh, wait. Wanted this to be dropped down. And this one's interesting. Actually, are they both like this? So this link is weird. I don't know what's going on here, but it should be underlined because all links are supposed to be underlined here. And I don't know what's overriding this, but these links are not, they're not even the right color and they're staying black. But on this one, they're the right color. But this one, this link, because this is more of a button, so that one makes sense. I don't know what is going on. We're gonna leave that. That's a small detail, which I will need to fix up, but it's a small detail. Okay. Nav custom one drop down. Shit, I do need to change this. Okay. Nav custom drop down. Need to rename this. Nav custom. No. Like that. Sorry, you still have a few renaming things here. Nav custom drop down title. All these links. Okay, good. I just renamed these ones because the nav custom dropdown and custom hamburger, they're reused in all the navigation elements. So might as well keep it the same name. The question you asked about the thumbnails, yeah, because if you line them all the same, there's no difference between them, and everything looks the same. Yeah, exactly. Because you'll have to see where the position is of the logo and all the text and the drop downs and how they look. So yeah, 100%. And it might be something too where I'll have to change like the drop down elements to maybe be a really like a darker text, maybe or darker text, I should say, like a darker background. So we'll see. We'll see. So this is also position absolute, but it seems to be okay. I think this one has to be, does it have to be static? I feel like if I'm going to start messing around with my positions, I might screw around with my code that is already working. Okay. Okay, that's not going to work. It's this container here that needs to go down. In fact, we want to line it up nicely with this. Yep. Get back here. 27, 27, 27, 1.6875. Okay. Have a look here. Open the drop down. And paste. Okay. Oh, this is nav basic 2. Sorry, I know this is really small text here. I'm just renaming these layers. Nav custom 1. Okay. Nav custom 2. Okay, this should go a little bit faster. Now that I somewhat got the hang of it. Paste. Nav custom 2. Actually, I know there's a Chrome extension which automatically takes a screenshot for you, which is actually really, really cool. But I don't have it installed in here. I actually have it installed in Chrome. And by the time we install it here, it'll be, I'll just do this instead of trying to install a new plugin or extension, I should say. Nav custom 3. Right. Nav custom 4. Nav custom 4. Oh. Mm-hmm. And yeah, this actually, this really light gray color on the drop down is like super hard to see. So maybe I should change that color. And yeah, maybe make it dark so it'll stand out. But then I got to make the text white, and I don't want to mess around. I don't want to add any styling that I don't need to. So if I start messing around with the colors of like the links and the text and all that kind of stuff, then that's just more work that you're going to have to do as a customer to get it as you want it to be. But I mean, I guess you're going to update like colors anyways, but the way that I have it set up is that if you're going to use these components, it's just going to use the default text color that you have set up in your project, because I don't actually set it in Webflow. So that way, if you have like links a specific color or just your body text or whatever, it's just going to default to that. So I want to avoid putting like hard coding, quote unquote, any styles in like for text and stuff. And just just give the bare minimum, whatever styles needed for, layouts and all that kind of stuff. Okay. Paste that one in, but it went So nav custom 7. And last one. I can't wait to actually use these for my next project. It's going to be fun. Okay, we'll go nav custom 8. Okay, one thing that I haven't looked at is this minimal one. And, oh, I need, okay, yeah, so this one just uses, right, okay. So a couple things we need to do for this. What are the couple things? We need to go to the whole menu here, and we need to change the background color. We'll just put it at our variable color. So one thing that I did do so far in this project, and it's a work in progress, is updating how I'm going to be using the variables. And so far I have like base colors put in. I have for the brand, and then for the neutral colors, kind of put them in here. And that's pretty much all I've updated so far. But I'm going to see exactly how else I want to use these variables. I'm really thinking about that because I'm also kind of behind the scenes working on improving the whole style guide and the whole thing that I started before. But now it's already like super out of date. So I need to get back to work on that one at some point. So many things to do. So many things to do. Okay, where are we? Yes, back to this page. Right, I updated the color and we'll actually put the logo here. Oh, wait, this is different. Nav minimal, no, I think it should be the same. Navbar basic logo. I think I need to change the name of that. Okay, so that works. Yeah, there's nothing here. Minimal logo, that's the same. Okay, we can delete that. Just position. This actually, the UI, the usability here is not the greatest. I don't like this kind of menu where you got to click and it expands all. I think it's terrible. Like from a user perspective, like think about a lot of people that are, I know it's silly to think because, you know, we're around websites all the time as designers, developers, but a lot of people don't even know like the X icon. They're like, what is that? How do I close that? You know, I don't know. It's just, this isn't good. Should I even get rid of it? I don't know. We'll keep it for now, but I'm definitely not loving this. A little bit more. There we go. I'll have to do some playing around. So this is nav minimal. Okay, so now let's play around with these here, and let's get them to where they need to be. Okay, I'm going to, let's take these guys. I'm trying to make this as centered as possible. Let's cut and paste that out. I want it to be whoops, about the center of the page. I actually have a background. And this layer, that's about center. Okay, fair enough. And we're just going to have to do a little bit of painting, I guess, to cover all this up. Okay. So export this one. Nav minimal. You guys can join forces. Oop. Minimal. There we go. All right. Nav 8. I think what we should do, we should just start at. Let's start at 1. What did I just move? I moved something that wasn't the one I wanted. Okay. Oh. Get rid of that line. So do I need to go for a lot of pixel perfection and try to get this thing exactly top to bottom? I don't think we need to stress too much about it right now. I don't think that's what's going to make or break whether people love our site. Nav basic 1. Let's go back to our desktop. Oh, lots of stuff to clean up. I think this one here. We'll delete that one. Okay. Now basic 2 has no drop down. Okay, that's not right. All right, because I was thinking about the color here and having to change it. Oh, and this is a whole different drop down as well too. In terms of the text in here. Okay. Here's what we'll do with that one real quick. I'm not going to change them, but I am just going to change the colors. So remove that color, and I'm just going to, I know this goes against what I was saying before, but I am going to put a color on the icon. And I think I use neutral 400. Okay. We'll have a look. And you know what? This is really bothering me that this isn't underlined. It should be. This is the menu link. Actually, we need the text. I mean, can we underline the text? And the menu link itself. It is, the color is gray. Where's that coming from? I don't know where that's coming from. I should find out. Oh, because it's a, right. It's because it's like a button. It's not a regular link because it's the pre-built or whatever element, the Webflow element. Right. So we're just gonna have to throw it our blue color, primary blue. All right. And the icon, we don't want the icon to be blue. The icon is I think it's a 400. Let me look at the other ones just to see what they are. Make sure I'm consistent. This color is neutral 400, and this one is actually neutral 500. Okay, so let's go back to here. Let's go back to the drop down. We want to show it. So this one is 500, neutral 500, and this one is 400, which is correct. Okay, so let's go to play, show, and let's copy it. And actually, let's kind of make it so it's kind of centered already. There we go. And paste. Nav basic 2. And then we can delete this one. Zoom out a bit. And I need to see. There we go. Uh-oh, why does it have this stupid blue around here? Well, I think I could just do this. I don't have to re-screenshot it. Okay. There we go. All right, moving along. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get this done. Nav basic 2. Okay. That looks about centered. So nav custom 1. Let's copy that because we'll use that a few times. Nav custom 2. Good. Export. Nav custom 2. Nav custom 3. How did I not get the drop down? Strange. There we go. Snap into place. Up a bit. Delete that. Nav custom 3. All right, export. You guys are supposed to be watching me. Make sure I don't do any of those silly mistakes. I'm already thinking of so many different things that I know that I want to do to improve even just the screenshots and the actual components themselves. But again, let's get out the door and we'll worry about perfection later on. Oh, this looks out of alignment. Majorly out of alignment. What's going on there? Yeah, this. Oh, yeah, right. That's going to be the custom code is off. Oh, yeah, look at this. I didn't even rename this. Yeah, that'll do it. That's probably what it was. And this is off too. Okay. Save and close. Good. I'm going to have to test all of these things. Okay, let's go back to 5. Let's just get these screenshots. Okay, this is 5, right? Okay. What is it? H? No, that's not it. I think it's Shift, Control H, Shift H. Can't remember the shortcut key. All right, show transform controls. Shit, I think I did something. Now it's not showing the controls. Control H. Yeah, there it is. Oh, that's okay. Back up. Okay, I think I could definitely delete this one. And this nav custom 5. How does that look? That looks pretty good. Nav custom 5. Nav custom 6. Oop. I'll throw it down here. 6. Painstaking work. Custom 7. And 8. Okay. Let's head over to the database and let's update our components here. So I think we need to just update all of them, right? Nav basic 1 and save. Nav basic 2. Nav custom 1. Save. Custom 2. Custom 3. And 4. We need to give these things proper names or descriptions, I should say. I think we'll get to that very soon. There's one more thing that I know I need to put back, and it's to put back those headers in each of the component page. Now custom 7, save. And now custom 8. Save. Okay, so let's go back here, and I think it's, where is it? It's in the main, oh yeah, it's in here. I think it's in this collection, this section header, right. There we go, get that back. Definitely gonna want that there. Right, and if we look at our component page, cross our fingers, this should look much better. Yes, it's looking much better. So we have all the different navigations. Cool. But what does the home page look like? I can't remember how these are all filtered. I think, oh, let's see what we got. If the is featured is on, and we have a limit of 12. Could Can I see? Let me go to the dashboard. Okay, so I think we just want to make a few navigations featured. I think what we can do, well, let's go see which ones are featured. Is featured. Let's just filter. So basic nav 1 is featured. Navigation custom 2 is featured. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 things. We want 12 things featured. So did I miss a few things? Call to actions. I only have 2 navigations featured. How come all these other ones aren't featured anymore? Pricing's featured. I think maybe it just throws in whatever else is there. Okay, well, we'll have a look at the homepage later. Okay. What do we need to do? Oh, right, descriptions. Shit, this is where I wish I had. I could see them here. I just want to be able to look at the actual navigation so I can kind of describe it. So I'll just moving my Photoshop here off to the side. Okay, so let's start with, let's organize on my name, navigation. This navigation uses a simple flex layout and features a native Webflow drop-down element. Okay, that's good. Navigation 2, use a simple flex layout. Right, okay. Navigation custom 1. This menu is completely custom. This menu is completely custom, featuring a simple drop-down element that can hold any type of content. And I think we could put in something like, oh, that's not going to allow me to see it. Hang on. Nav custom 1. Let me just look at this here. A 2-column custom menu. There we go. Something like that. Save that one. Custom menu 2 is basically the same thing. Simple drop down that spans 100% of that spans 100, the width spans 100% width of something. What did I write for the other one? Which spans 100% of its containing element. Ugh, it's kind of clunky. 100% of its containing element. A 2-column custom menu featuring a simple drop-down that spans 100% of its containing element. Featuring a, let's just say a completely customizable drop-down. Oh, right. And then after this, then we got to get our JSON files. Which will be interesting. Actually, that should be pretty easy. We've already figured that out. Navigation custom 3. A 2-column custom menu. With logo and menu list on the left side. And yeah, this one's the same, but it has the full width element, or full width, what's the word I'm looking for? Has a full width drop down. So basically when it's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8, they're all the same except the drop down, the way the drop down is different. One of them is just a regular drop down, which will expand whatever the width of the containing information is. But the second one is the 100% width drop down. All right, so let's go back here, discard changes, just so I can, here we go. Copy, featuring a full width drop down menu. So I'll save that one. Let's actually go to 6, which is kind of going to be very similar. This is a 3-column custom menu with logo in the middle with menu options on the left and right. This menu features full width drop down, full width menu item drop down. And then 8 is also a 3-column with the logo on the left, menu in the middle, and buttons and portal links to the right. With the logo in the middle. Right. Okay, so let's just take a look at number 3 here. A 2-column menu. This one is a 3-column menu. This is 5. Sorry, let's look at 5. With the logo in the middle, menu on the left, and the left with, I'll just say call to action, buttons and links to the right. Period. Save. 7. The logo to the left, menu in the center, and with the call to action buttons and links to the right. With the logo, a menu on the left side, and the call to action, buttons, and links to the right. Or on, not to the right, on the right. I think I'm jumping back and forth between those. Okay. Okay, so we have all the descriptions. We have we have all the descriptions. We have all the images. Yes, now we need the actual, what's it called? We need the JSON of all of these. Maybe let's take another like last look at these just to make sure everything's working well. Open the drop down. Oh. So this looks okay. Drop down is opening. You know what? I messed this one up. Now I kind of see what I was doing here. So I think I feel like when I updated the positioning, it's kind of messing up with the drop down. But I don't think I did it in this one. Yeah, I did this relative. Let's undo that. Let's go back here. Okay, yeah, that's much better. Okay, good. Don't mess with things that I've already probably fixed. Oh, and we do have an issue there with the color. Always good to test. Drop down. Where is the background? Is it in here on this whole container? Background, yep, here it is. And neutral 50. Okay. Navigation basic 2. Let's have a look. Okay, well that's not good. What is going on there? That's messed up. That is really messed up. What happened there? Okay. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at this thing here. Navigation basic full drop down. I think I need to change this to 2. And nav basic 2 underscore menu. Save that. Let's see if that helps, whatever that weird issue was. Open this, open the drop down. That looks to have fixed it. Excellent. Navigation custom 1. That stays open, so it remembers that. Remembers that this is open. Good. Oh, let's close that down. Noor, what's going on? What's up? Not too much. We are working away, and we're trying to launch this thing. Trying to at least, I mean, it is launched, but we're trying to update it and get it ready so that we can actually start charging money for this, which is exciting. So that's what we're up to. What are you saying? What's going on today? Did I test this one? Looking good. I can't really scroll down, but that's okay. Actually, there's actually a lot of space there. And what is causing that space? So if I just hide this for a second. Oh, it's the whole thing. It's probably this stuff right here. Yeah, small detail. I'll worry about that later. I don't think that's going to be a make or break. Actually, I'm going to write that down because I'm going to want to fix that tonight. Actually, I'll just use good old trusty pencil and paper. Okay, so basically what I don't like is when you open this drop down and there's a drop down element here. I can't even see it. There's too much padding here at the bottom. And it's probably coming from this drop down element not being seen. So, so in main, mobile, drop down. Watch for the extra space. Okay, yeah, I definitely want to fix that. I changed the timing of my live streams. Yeah, I'm kind of all over the place, unfortunately, just because there's stuff that happens with clients sometimes at certain times of the day, and I kind of need to, I can't really just tell them, hey, I can't deal with you because I'm live streaming. I would love to be consistent. But yeah, it's kind of all over the place. I'm still trying to figure out what time works best for me and all this kind of stuff. So, so my bad. You changed your profile name from Nawaz. Yeah, well, one of your old subscribers. Well, thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. Yeah, I do remember the name. I think it's been a while then since you've kind of dropped in, or at least have dropped in and said hello. But yeah, is there a specific time that you prefer when I stream? I would imagine probably more towards the morning, because I think that's when I first started. That's kind of the time that I was doing it. Or no, maybe it was kind of in the afternoon, like maybe like lunchtime ish. I am late today too, though, because I was doing other stuff earlier this afternoon. Yeah, so this one is good. It just seems like there might be an issue in nav 3. So I'll have to take a look at that one. Okay. Oh, this one has an issue. I think that is with the custom code not being correct. Custom code is correct. So what is going on with this one? The width is auto. Because this goes full and it's not expanding. Why are you not expanding? Because it's got the wrong name on it. What the hell? Nav custom 2. Three on other pages. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we might have a problem. Oh, 2 a.m. in Pakistan. Oh, yeah, that's early. What are you doing? Go to bed. Oh, man. Yeah, so I guess obviously earlier for my morning would be your evening. So that'd be much better. So 2 a.m. So you're yeah, you're what's the word I'm looking for? So it's 5 o'clock now. So you're 5, 7, 8. Now you're 9 hours ahead. Yeah, that's crazy. So even if I was streaming at 10 a.m., it's still going to be 9 p.m. your time, or whatever 9 hours is from there, 7 p.m. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, don't stay up too late or too early at this stage of the game. Get some sleep. Sleep is so important. Okay, so now I'm thinking that these drop downs, they need to be, yeah, it has to nav custom menu container. It's this one, nav custom for menu and menu container. No, but it's the drop down. Oh, here it is. Nav custom full drop down. Okay, this is right. Right. Okay. So this is nav custom just drop down. Because this here is supposed to be, I can't rename this. It just, it's on other pages. Can I see where this is on other pages? Hopefully it can tell me. Nav custom 2 underscore drop down. 2, 6, and 8, but not 4. It should also be on 4. So what's going on 4? Oh, this is 4. Okay. 1 on this page, 3. Okay, yeah. Got it. So maybe I can rename this. Let's see. So now I've got, shit, already exists. Where does it already exist? I believe it exists here. No, it doesn't. Maybe, let me, okay, there's nothing really to clear out. So nav custom drop down, right? Where is this? 1, 3, 5, and 7. Right. So I need to rename it. Let's go back to, it's on 2, 4, 6, 8, I think, right? Yeah. Right. So this needs to be renamed nav custom 2 drop down. Right. Let's go here. Let's rename nav custom 2 underscore drop down. Oh shit, it's right here. No, it wasn't that. What? Oh, hang on. What's going on here? Nav custom. I feel like nav custom drop down. No, it's nav custom 2 underscore drop down. I think it's this one, but for whatever reason, it's not showing the whole thing. Let's try. This is just going to be nav custom. It's basically full width drop down. What just happened here? And it's going to nav custom 2? No, that's not what I wanted. That's not what I wanted. Okay, that thing is making me a little nervous. Let's just do it here. Nav custom full width drop down. Nav custom 2. Yeah. Full width drop down. Menu link icon. Okay, and full width drop down. Button container. Oh, so much stuff to rename. Oh, so much to rename. So annoying. Okay. We just got to go with the flow. It is what it is. It could be worse. Could be worse. Okay, I think that's pretty much going to be all of those ones. Nav custom 2 hamburger. Oh. I mean, the name of the hamburger is generally not important, but what do we have it for all the other ones? Just nav custom hamburger. Okay, let's do that. Nav custom hamburger. Okay. Okay. So now we need to make sure we got to go all onto this code to make sure everything is correct. And they don't all have them, which is weird. Oh no, it starts at 4. Nav custom drop down. So this one's not going to work, I'm pretty sure. Right, drop down, and that's gonna, yeah. Because we don't have the right class here. It's nav custom full width. Oops, insert full width drop down container. Right, nav custom full width drop down container. Right. Oh man, these classes. Ugh, not good. Okay, that's 4, 6. Uh, 8. What about 2? I think I need it for 2 as well. Let's play this one here. Yeah, this one's messed up too. This one doesn't even have the code. All right. There we go. Now we're rocking. Mm-hmm. Perfect. Three. Also on 5. Gotta fix that. What about 1? And 1 as well. And probably 7. Full drop down. Open that. Still up or open. Yep. Okay, looks good. 7 and 8. Excellent. Open this. Still open. Close it here. Closed. Excellent. Okay. Everything's working as it should. Now there's just one thing that we need to update. And I think if we update it on 1, it'll update on all of them. And that is the space. Basically, if we look at it here, if we open this, the space below this drop down. Oh, F11. Put this onto, I need to put this, no, that's not. Where is it? What's the key that I can put this thing? Oh, here we go. I want it on here. All right. So let's take a look at this. It's custom drop down. What is this? Oh, it's hard to see. This is really hard to see. It's like this. Oh, okay. What is this thing that has? Oh, right. What can we do with this? Let's go here. And let's try. Sorry, I'm having a really hard time seeing that in there. So yeah, the custom drop down here. This doesn't have any margins or anything. And if we take this drop down and I think basically it makes it have a height of 0. And it has a height of 0, but then you still have this spacing here. And what can we do to get rid of that? Yeah, I definitely want to finish this. Get this thing looking as it needs to look. I mean, because if we display none, that's what we want. But I know if we do display none, then the animation doesn't work well. So it has a height of 0. But yet it still occupies. Oh, it's got this margin here attached to it. Where did that come from? This came from me. 168. Oh, right. I know that came from trying to position it when you're right. That's here. Okay, so let's get rid of that. And we're going to have to find a better way of positioning this thing when you're, I guess when you're just on a drop down when you're on the desktop or larger. So I think we could easily, actually we could just easily, let's undo that. What was the size? Ugh. Here we go. So let's take this 16875. 16875. So what was the class? Nav custom 3 menu container, right? And we want it at this size. Height, auto, and then we're just going to say margin top 1.6875. Oh no, it was this. That was the wrong class. It was, oh no. It was this one. So let's go back up to this code. There we go. All right, that should be it. And let's see how that looks. So drop down is where it needs to go, but then when we go smaller, aha, now we have a perfect paddings. Ooh, but then this isn't showing up. Why are you not showing up? This is only supposed to be here. Let me just, if I X that, let's just see if that's the actual culprit here. No. Oh, shit, what the hell happened? What happened? Is it just this one or is it all of them? No, it looks like it's all of them. Okay, now the question is, what did I do? Shit. What the hell did I do to mess this up? Nav custom 3 menu container. Nav custom 3 menu. Nav custom 3 menu container. Drop down working. Oh, shit. I think it's just something super simple that I left it hidden on this breakpoint. At least I'm hoping that it was something so easy like that. Ah, here it is. Yeah. I hit it. Actually, it needs to be flex. Was it flex? Something like that. Oh, shit. That's not it. Oh, I think it's because I put this height in here. I think that's what it is. Okay. Okay. So now we're working again. Oh my goodness, what a pain. Close that. Okay. So now we're working again, and we're going to want to take this guy, right? And at only this size. Oops. We're going to margin on the top 1.6875. I think that's what it was. Close that. And save and close. Drop down open. And we're open. Perfect. Okay, I do have one question. Actually, let's go here. Let's just copy this because we're going to need it for all the pages. Nav custom 3 menu container. Save that. Go to navigation 5. Save that there. Click save. And save. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now we are good with everything, I think. All right. So there's two things, a couple things that need to get done now in order to get ready to go live here. Number one, I need to copy the JSON code. And then the second thing, which I haven't really talked about it yet, is that on the actual homepage and the brochure pages, like all the pages where you're not logged in, I need to go and make sure that all the content is up to date and all the text and everything like that. And we have to get everything kind of ready to go text wise, you know, like the pricing page and all that kind of stuff, and look at all the frequently asked questions. So what I'm going to do is tonight, I'm going to work out all those little kind of details that need to get done. And maybe what I'll do, because you guys, I don't know, I think you guys probably want to see this, or I think it'll be pretty cool to see when we actually do kind of flick the switch and like put member stack on and all that kind of stuff. So maybe I'll wait to do that tomorrow with you guys instead of doing it tonight kind of on my own. So we'll wait till tomorrow's live stream to kick everything live, but I'll work to get everything done tonight and tomorrow morning. So that way, when I do go live, you'll be able to see the whole thing of like, hey, we're live now, and away we go, right? So I think that's what I'll do. So that means I'm going to leave it here because it's supper time for me. Nor you best be getting to bed. Yeah, I think that's it, right? Nothing else to say, nothing else to do. I mean, lots to do, but we'll do it tonight. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you everyone for tuning in and commenting and keeping keeping the motivation going, or at least it's keeping me motivated to keep going. So I don't know. Yeah, thank you for watching, and we'll see you here tomorrow. It's gonna be a good one. We're gonna go live, so that's gonna be fun. Can't wait.